Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. And the Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Miami's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball. You play zone, and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Now on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
This offense has a second down play. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pass to 45. Flying down the right side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Taking a shot on the first play. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll go to the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
The Trojans will punt this one away. On the return, it's Carr. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, they'll mark it at the 8.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup. We've been keeping a close eye on it. Washington State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Pullman. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Well, they tried to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line
going up top. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
On the ground, it's Fletcher. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Giving him his pads. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the outside to the left. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's Fletcher. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Canes. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, Defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll just keep slinging it. Quickly to the tight end. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He unleashes a long one. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Move the chains with that completion now on 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got the tight end. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, going up top. It's caught downfield. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. You get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play-action by this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Southern Miss answered the bell away from Roberts Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Golden Eagles knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the offense will recover, but it's not going to make any difference as they're short of the 1st down marker.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got that.
Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Off he goes. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the route is on.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a 1st down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or Do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Using the quick game. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
The pull and throw off the RPO.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do with that.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Oh, how did he make that move? And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Here's the give off the left side. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Nice move to keep running.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's not to get you a 1st down.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Quick completion to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, Keep calling him, I guess.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Snap it to the back. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day.